This is a Level 1 emergency message issued by the Midwestern Public Safety Relay. Please remain calm and listen carefully. Do not remove any framed photographs from your residence. Do not attempt to destroy, alter, or obscure the contents of these photographs. The Department of Historical Integrity has issued this warning after multiple cases of photo-based memory displacement and unauthorized temporal alterations were confirmed. The threat is visual in nature. It begins in family photographs, typically those placed in common areas like living rooms, stairwells, and halls. It does not matter how long the photo has been there. The pattern is as follows. You walk past a picture you have seen 100 times, but something's different. A shift, a wrongness you can't place at first. Then you notice a face that should not be there at first. The extra figure is subtle, often placed near the edge, slightly out of focus. The expression is neutral. They appear to be smiling faintly or looking directly into the camera. Most alarming is that the lighting, shadows, and even clothing always match the rest of the photo, as if they have been there the whole time. But they were not. They were not at the event. They were not in the house. They are not in any of your memories. The photos do not appear altered by conventional means. There are no signs of editing or tampering. In some cases, multiple family members begin to remember the figure as if they had always existed. One mother referred to the added man as Uncle John. Despite not having a brother, her children nodded. Yeah, he was always at Thanksgiving. He was not. It will not stop at one photo. Once the figure appears, it begins to spread. It finds other captured moments, school plays, birthdays, ultrasound prints, even crayon drawings. If the resemblance is strong enough, a new member in the family narrative, tightening its grip not only on your images, but your past. In one case, a family in Rose Hill reported waking to find a wedding photo that had never existed, framed neatly above their bed. The man and woman in the photo were themselves, but the officiant, the figure between them, was the same stranger who had begun appearing weeks earlier in childhood pictures. His hands rested on both their shoulders. He was smiling wide. When questioned, both spouses insisted the man had always been part of their lives, but neither could recall his name. Please understand, the entity does not want to be seen. It wants to be remembered. The more it embeds itself in your life story, the harder it becomes to remove. It will mimic clothing styles from old decades. It will add wrinkles to match aging relatives. In one photograph submitted to our investigation, the figure stood behind a hospital bed, gently placing a hand on the shoulder of a dying grandparent. No one remembered him being there. Yet every family member swore it made sense. He was always kind. One said, he was always with us in the hard times. No one could describe his voice. When efforts are made to remove or destroy the photographs, events escalate. People report seeing the figure elsewhere, in reflective surfaces, in dreams, or standing in the hallway just out of focus. A young boy in Oak Ridge was found speaking to a man no one could see, saying he says he has always been my dad. His father was in the next room. If the figure reaches full integration, removal becomes functionally impossible. Entire timelines shift. Friends recall meeting him before high school. Neighbors wave at him from porches. Your mind begins to agree. You stop questioning. You make a space for him at dinner. The original identity of the figure is unknown. He does not speak. He does not move on camera, but he watches, always directly into the lens, always calm. In at least one report, a family claims the figure turned to look at them while they were watching a slideshow. The movement was brief, but 5 witnesses confirmed it to reduce further spread. Please follow these containment steps. Do not examine family photographs if you suspect an addition has been made. Do not speak to the figure, even if you believe you know him. Do not show the image to others for validation. This hastens the integration process. Do not attempt to forget the original version of the photo. Do not sleep in the same room as altered images. Instead, immediately cover the photo with opaque material and contact the Department of Historical Integrity using the emergency number in your household safety packet. If the figure appears in digital formats, disconnect from the internet and power off all devices. Do not upload. Do not share. Above all, do not let him become familiar. Once he becomes familiar, he becomes real, and once he is real, he will never leave.